Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dave from Game for Life UK, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play the Stanley Parable with me, DJ P from Game for Life UK. And as you saw in the last episode, it went a bit deep. So we have now been restarted in the game, and now I'm facing this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. So, if I remember rightly, the last time I did this, the only other option I had was the stairway downstairs. So, I'm going to have a look back in the right door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Right, I'm going to do the open door scenario.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh no, I'm back to where I should have been
Yet
anyway.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Now the downstairs bit trips you out. Oh, hello.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
This is probably the first door that opened. That's different. Now,
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
come here. That door will not open. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss suffered losses, then what the boss chose. Okay, that's a bit strange. See what's in this door. Oh, it's letting me go down. Oh, awesome. Bing bong. Lounge. Stanley. That's cool. Okay, this is taking forever. Bing bong. But I don't get that. It does. I could have swallowed that first time. That's sick. That. Each time I do it, it just brings me back here. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. This game is so weird. I don't know how many more endings or retries or all that you get in this, but this is so strange. I'm trying in any way that I've not done previously, but this one's just took me back to one I've done previously, so I'm going to have to go the opposite ways if I can. This reminds me.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I missed this one before.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
If I do, I do. I deserve it.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I am not doing that.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Did I die? Did I die? This is such a strange game. Okay. I have not died.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I'm gonna die.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Whoa.
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Whoa, this game.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Wow.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Wow. Look at that. It's like a mini version of some of The Office. You spawn there, you go up, you go through there, you take that way over there. Oh man, what the fuck? The two-door section. What the hell? Corridor. Office computers, this is weird. Oh, hang on, credits. There's something wrong here. Okay. This is a weird game. Really weird game. It's like a freaking museum, this now. An early development with designed in the West End end up in fighting aliens. Oh my god. What is it with this game? Narrator emails. I think I have actually hit possibly the end of the game. Unless this game is trolling me yet again. The apartment timer. What happens at 0? Go on. Oh, nothing. Wow, this game is crazy. Shit be cray cray. In all fairness, I'm wondering what's going on. Can't believe it. I'm guessing this is just a full-blown credits area for this game. I think I've finished it now. But my god, if this is the end, the game is now paused. Begin the game. Oh no, it's setting up. It's telling you about the game. Oh my days. Exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Okay.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't.
Okay. Tell me to quit the game. I don't know if that's probably the end of the game or not, but I wonder. The end is never the end. Okay. I think it's just the ongoing process of the game. This game, people, is amazing. I'm enjoying this so much. Yeah, here we go. We're back to square one.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh,
What could
troll.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Trolling. Oh my god. There's no way of beating the game. What?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, I assume this is the end of the game because, like it says, the full-blown credit sequences and everything, it was just ridiculous. And
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere.
yeah, it's repeating
Could he
itself.
really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, I'm going to give this one last go and then I'm going to wrap this up. I'm wondering if this is just going to keep doing the same cycle now. Doing like multiple plays of this. The end is never the end. I like that. That's a great, like, thing there. The end is never the end. Let's have a look.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Right, that is definitely death, because some things...
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Right. If you remember this from earlier on in this Let's Play, this is probably from episode 2 where I unlocked all this. Now, if this is the same sort of ending, I'd rather end it on the high where he's happy and we'll call
now
it.
The monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. Lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
This is really weird.
This mind control facility,
Gotta give it a 10
was
out
too
of 10
horrible
for
to
the
believe
idea
it couldn't
just
be
on its
true.
own, sheer
Had Stanley really been under
amazing.
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
This may not be the end, because if I remember right, I turned it off and it was the end. Now.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Oh my God.
Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
I can't turn it off.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
No.
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
God, this game.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Oh my
these
days.
numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save
wrong
me.
here.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're
game
powerless.
plays with your
To see
freaking
you
head.
made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
No.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here.
Evil
Just you being
bastard.
blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life?
No,
Or will you let it go peacefully? Another
Oh, this
choice.
guy's evil.
Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke.
can't
And believe me, I will
can't
be
leave.
laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Wow. This game, all I can say is, this game is unreal. The end is never the end. This game is so crazy. Wow. No matter what you do, there's something different and it pulls you back. It bugs me, this game. Oh my god. And it will go spawn back again. This is so wrong. This is so wrong. Oh, I can't play this game no more. This game is just throwing me. I don't know what variables I've got left to take. I don't know what I've got to do. That's it. It's the end of the Let's Play. If this game is just set to keep playing with my head, I'm just not playing it no more because it's a great game. But oh my god, the amount of times I've restart it. Well, no, the amount of times I've been restarted. I don't know. The very first playthrough, I did everything the guy said, and I beat the game. Now, everything else, you just want to try and figure out every other way. And the variables are just... oh man. But no, that, my friends, is the end of the Let's Play of the Stanley Parable. There's probably a lot more into the story that there is, but I just haven't got that mindset to do it, to be honest with you. There's probably loads more that I haven't touched on. But if you want to play this yourself, go check it out. You can pick it up on Steam. Well worth the purchase. Thank you all for watching, and I'd just like to say it's been an awesome Let's Play. So I like the little screen thing there. But definitely check it out and let us know what you think about it yourself. So this is the end of the Stanley Parable Let's Play, and join us in the future for more Let's Plays from anything from consoles to the PC. Thank you very much for watching. See you later, guys.